Yes, people, what's going on? Adam McKola here with Craig, Mitch, and of course Rory. We've just finished the kickoff. Whatever you do, go and check out the highlights when we finish here because they're absolutely hilarious. I'll be honest with you, if we lost, I wouldn't be saying that right now because it was embarrassing for me at one point. Mitch is here, not looking too happy. Mitch, how you doing, bro?
Been better, but I'm happy with you guys, man. It was a good show, really enjoyed it.
It's fun on here, isn't it?
Yeah, fun.
It's like, it reminds me of like watching games at college or something. Like if that was to happen, because the whole thing can get serious real quick and then get funny.
You know what though? Because obviously you've got to sometimes catch yourself, haven't you? Because you can get carried away. You're just chatting to your mates, having fun, and you're like, hang on a minute, it's just going out to thousands of people. Like you can't.
By tonight it'll be hundreds.
Yeah,
of thousands.
It's like you when you went mental today. You got to catch yourself.
But I forgot.
Exactly.
Like, I'll be there like hold, calm down.
Say the
Don't do that again. And then you just lose your head, bro. Like last time when we lost 6-1 here, Marshall got sent off and I was like, I'm going home. Like I genuinely got up and then when I was over there, I thought, hold on, these like brought you here to work. Where are you going? And like it's hard to you just forget, like, bro, because football does that. We were all football fans before we did this. You know what I mean? So it's hard to then get professional and start thinking, oh, I'm Gary Lineker. I need to calm down. That's not what it's about, man.
Massive win for you though. That's it done, isn't it?
Top 2 done now. People will say, oh, it kind of makes it look, I don't think there's a title race. I know people kind of want to make it that because they dropped points recently. As much as if they lose their next game, I'll be well and truly on board that. But it seals top 4 for us. I think it seals top 2. Yeah. I think it makes it all very interesting down there now. You got Leicester and West Ham still in there. Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea just on that outside looking in.
Nah, Tottenham are out of it, mate.
You think?
I'm not jumping the gun there.
No, I'd echo your sentiments. I mean, I feel like if we could defend, I'd have a bit more optimism. But yeah, I think it's done pretty much. 6 points adrift of West Ham. Spurs, 6 points adrift of West Ham for top 4. This whole last year in life, forget football, just life, everything that's happened.
Wild, isn't it?
Has been weird. We're living in a matrix, and I'm just done with it. Plug me out, please.
Do you want Mourinho to be plugged out of his job?
Not yet, no. I was saying on Rory's channel and the kickoff, and I'll say it here as well, I want him to get one real season with the fans. And some people can say, well, maybe that will be more toxic because, you know, if once the football's boring, they might start booing him. Cool, I just need to see it. I need to see him with the fans there. I want to see a proper season of football. One more season for him of, you know, in the window, seeing what he can do and getting some players in, and then see where we go from there.
I think they need to back him as well. I don't think sacking Mourinho's the answer.
Especially if you sack Poch to bring him up.
Yeah, I think when you make the Mourinho appointment, effectively what you've done is you've made a pact, haven't you? Mm-hmm. And you can't reverse it. You've got to commit to it, see how he can get on, rebuild the team, give him the money from the Harry Kane sale, which is now looking fairly obvious.
Can you trust him though?
No, you can't. But if he gets it right, they will win a trophy. And if they win a trophy, I think overall they'll look at it fairly fondly.
He can get it wrong and win a trophy. That's the thing with him, isn't
it?
Like he got United
Pochettino
wrong.
got it right. Pochettino got it right and didn't win a trophy. Whereas he can get it wrong at United. Mourinho got it wrong at United, won a trophy. Yeah. Mourinho got it wrong the second time in Mourinho's second spell at Chelsea. We won the league and the League Cup, and it wasn't. We weren't good. You know.
No, but I'm going to step in, because I know you guys don't like Jose, but I'm going to step in and say we still have to put respect on Jose Mourinho's name and what he's accomplished, regardless.
On a whole, yes.
Regardless.
But we can only look at the here and now when we're judging Spurs. We can't judge his job at Spurs on what he did at Inter, or what he did at Real, or what he did at Chelsea. But you can kind of learn from the past as what's coming. And I don't see him turning this around.
But the club he's at, and I support the club, it's not as great as those clubs. They're not as big, they're not as rich, they're not as successful as those clubs that he's been at. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, I don't know, and that's why everyone can find a little caveat and excuse for this, because some people go, oh, maybe it's the players, or Mourinho's past it, or we can all kind of contradict each other and make kind of little arguments. But for me, the bottom line is, this is other than Porto, of course, at the very start of his career, this is probably the least successful, the hardest club he's been at. It is the least successful club he's been at. Even if you include Porto, it's the least successful club he's been at in the last 20 years.
Tried to slip Porto under the bus.
Yeah. Portuguese league, no offence. But yeah, it's just like, this is, you know, he's on the downward. You see it in your careers. It's like when players end up, you know, going to MLS. I'm not saying Spurs are MLS, but we're not as big as Real Madrid and these other clubs in terms of success. So he is on the downward trajectory in his career, but I still think he hasn't been given all the best tools at the moment to deal with. And I'm talking about the defenders.
But do you know what though? Mourinho that I fell in love with over a decade ago wins a game today with that team. That's the difference.
And you don't let Leeds go.
No.
You've let Leeds go.
Yeah, but is that him? But is it him that's so when we're I think it's a couple minutes away from beating Newcastle, not last week by the way, I'm talking earlier on in the season when we're 1-0 up, ball whips in the box, Dyer puts his hand in there, remember, hits his hand,
back of his hand.
VAR, it's 1-1. Or what about when we're 1-0 up early in the game against Wolves and we concede in like the 89th minute? Why
The
can't
reason
they
you
see
got
those
1-0
out?
up in the 89th minute
Yeah.
is because when you went 1-0 up,
Sit back.
But
makes you
regardless,
sit back.
these defenders should be able to see out an extra minute plus injury time. You should be able to, you've done it for the last 85 minutes. Why can't you just get over the line?
Well,
the manager's not on the pitch.
I can't remember all of your results, but I'm assuming you have got over the line in some games.
Most
Do you know
of
what I
the
mean? Like, you
most
have-
of the games we've won, right, we've had to score a couple goals to do it.
I always see you lot as well playing best once you go 2-0 down, and that reminds me of him at United because the plan went out of the window and the players could just do what he wants. As for United, Ali did so well today.
Yeah.
Like with everything, we were so good in that second half. Paul Pogba taking the piss with the ball in the last 5-10 minutes. Bruno Fernandes I thought was excellent.
They need to
without
play
really
more
scoring.
together.
Who?
Fernandes and Pogba.
Pogba on that left works kind of well, doesn't he?
They need to. Well, I think now if Manchester United get that bubbling away and it's looking like they can, they're going to win the Europa League, which is really annoying.
Europa League in second.
It's a good
Is
season.
our greatest season
Mate,
since
I know
Ferguson.
that it's Manchester United, and I know that you have bigger dreams and whatever. But don't forget, if you finish second in the league and win a trophy in Europe, don't be too sneery, man. That's a
Oh no!
that's a
I'll
brilliant
be
season.
going mad, mate, if he wins. Especially because if Solskjaer wins a trophy, it
Yeah.
could be any trophy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. Like he means so much to me and us. Like it's kind of like you with Lampard. Like it's the same thing. Or I imagine Drogba because he scored the winner in the European Cup. Like forget all the how good of a manager he is. Forget all of that. He is one of us.
Yeah,
So if he wins a trophy, it's gonna be peak. I imagine that's
Well,
how
any
he-
trophy you're saying?
Any, bro,
Oh, okay.
he could win the Intertoto Cup,
Yeah.
the Audi Cup.
Yeah,
like,
we feel good.
it's gonna make me feel, wow. So if it's an actual proper trophy, and the Europa League, it looked good when Maradona held it. So,
Mate, Europa League gets a lot of disrespect. Like, and I appreciate that the teams in it aren't great. Like, you do get some. I mean, I imagine, like Brentford would be stronger than a lot of teams that are in it. But overall, if you win it, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's a European trophy.
Yeah.
Even if the anthem is terrible.
yeah. Man of the match today?
I think I'm going to go with Cavani. I'll go with Cavani. I'll give it to him, man.
Pogba deserves
Great movement.
Pogba deserves a shout as well, though. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to Rory's channel, subscribe to Craig's channel. I'll put the link in the description. Follow them both on socials. Check out the highlights on the kickoff. At Lars as well. Tell him don't call us shit. And we'll see you in a bit. Peace.